Hi, everyone. This is Amit Singh with Alcor, and it gives me great pleasure to kick off the very first episode of our brand new podcast series, Alcor Talks. This is our inaugural episode, and I couldn't be more excited to launch this journey with all of you. Today, we are diving into a topic that is top of mind for a lot of organizations: source to pay automation, or automating your supply chain. In ServiceNow terms, we call it S2P. And we have an amazing guest with us to help explore this further. Jennifer Raab, who's an Alcor leader in the S2P space, and someone who has a vast experience in really transforming procurement and financial operations for large, complex businesses. Jennifer, thank you so much for joining us today on this very special first episode.
Thanks, Amit. It's a pleasure to be here and be part of the inaugural episode. Source-to-Pay is huge right now in the industry. A lot of people that we're working with, clients, and a lot of people that we talk to are very interested in Source-to-Pay because it is that piece that everybody's kind of been missing. It's that piece that you can start off your purchasing in ServiceNow, and it'll automatically go into your ERP systems through workflows you set up and start the process of initiating that purchase in SAP, in Ariba, whatever system that you're using. And then it also comes back into ServiceNow and provides ServiceNow with that crucial information from doing your purchasing. It also gives you dashboards, where your employees can go to and see what purchasing is out there. You can see any vendors that are having issues with getting their invoices paid. It gives you one place to kind of look and see all the information where you've kind of had to go back and forth between different systems, email, Teams messages, wherever it is, to check status and see what's going on. But now it gives you that one place to actually be able to go and see what's going on with your procurement, see what's going on with just different things that your organization is ordering, see your spend across vendors. So it's a huge thing right now in the industry.
Yeah, that's a great overview. Thanks, Jennifer. Yes, it's and I come from SAP, old days of SAP, and I think a lot of organizations are in that place still where you're swivel chairing from looking at where your procurement things are versus where your contracts are, and so on and so forth. And in that time, really filling in the blanks with S2P, that's really a very solid step towards automating it. As companies still rely, right, as a saying, on a lot of very manual or swivel chair procurement processes, what are some of the challenges they face, and how can automation play a key role in solving these?
I think right now with the manual process, it's very error prone. You could, send somebody an email to purchase something or check status. They maybe miss it. They're on vacation. They're out sick. Different things like that happen. And that purchase gets pushed off. It gets forgot about. Now it's an urgent thing. You have to pay more money to get it in rapidly. Things like that. It helps stop that. It makes it so, if one person, say you're out sick, or, you have multiple people working on purchasing, they can actually see the whole dashboard and see what's going on and, take over for each other. And there's workflows in place so you can assure, things are getting the approval that they need before they actually go to somebody to purchase it. It kind of helps automate that whole process and make it so it's visible. You're not having things stuck in email. You're not having things forgotten about, or just kind of out there and about like having to look things up manually. You can go to one place, look at it, see what's the status on this. You could ask somebody else for help, maybe not the initial person that's working on it, because they have access to seeing everything that's going on with it. So it's huge. It helps, teams can work better together. They can help each other out, and you can track and see everything that's going on with your actual purchases that you're making.
Very, very well said. That's exactly some of the discussions I've had with people in supply chain procurement, seem to be pointing to a lot of excitement around this area right now. So another question, as we see companies turning towards technology platforms like ServiceNow to manage this transformation, How does ServiceNow's S2P solution address these specific challenges that you talked about? And how does it stand out from other platforms, especially when it comes to automation and efficiency?
So ServiceNow's Source-to-Pay has automation at its core. It's built to streamline a lot of these things. It has connections into, like I said before, into your different systems. So you can actually truly have one place that you're going into. I could go into ServiceNow, initiate my purchase. It goes to a supplier, it goes to however it needs to go, and it'll automatically push data into your purchasing system to help those purchases go. It'll pull data in when you're receiving things. It has all of those things that somebody used to have to kind of swivel back and forth between the systems, like automatically built in flows that you can
Uh-huh.
change depending on how your organization needs to have them flow.
Interesting, interesting. That's a very well thought out activity. So thank you for spending some time talking about it. Uh, the other side of these things obviously is a reduction in cost, right? So how would you say, some of the examples of how ServiceNow's S2P solution it helps organizations transform their procurement processes and reduce costs?
One of the big ways we're seeing cost reduction is when you have all of your purchasing going into one place, you don't have a lot of what we call rogue spending, which is
Yeah.
users going out using different vendors to purchase stuff. You can consolidate your spending, especially with like IT spend or your field services spend, into specific vendors. So you're getting your best deal. You can
Hmm.
renegotiate with vendors. We're bringing in higher spend. You can make sure that items that are being purchased based off of your spend limits you have. You can also set up, we're seeing a lot of clients setting up where if inventory on certain items get below a threshold, they're placing orders automatically to refresh that threshold so that you're not at the last minute scrambling to get one or two of these widgets that you need. And now you're paying higher costs because you need it,
Right.
now. So you're able to plan in advance for what you need, and you're able to consolidate a lot of your spend to specific vendors.
That's so true. Logistics, supply chain, it is really all about visibility and planning. That is how historically one has been able to reduce costs, whether it was just in time, moving from LIFO, FIFO to just in time kind of inventories, or just constant improvement in processes that has happened over years. And having a system that allows you to actually, review everything in one place, take over for everybody else. That's a big deal. That is, I'm really looking forward to it coming out, in a lot of our own clients, and seeing the value that it adds. So great, Jennifer. This has been a very insightful few answers on a couple of key things that people look at, such as cost, automation, and things like that. So before we wrap things up, let's switch gears, okay, and have a little fun with a rapid fire round. I'll ask you a few quick questions, and you just have to share the first thing that comes to your mind. Ready?
Yes.
All right. A book or movie you could watch, read over and over.
For a book, I'd say Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. It's an amazing read. I could read over and over again.
I would too. Favorite app on your phone?
Definitely Google. I use it every day, all day. Anytime I need something, Google's got an answer for me. So I use it the most.
Absolutely. Go to productivity hack.
In the morning, making sure I write down my like three key things that I need to get done to ensure that those get done while still working on, obviously the little things that come up, but it helps make sure that the important stuff gets done for the day.
So true. Yep. All right. Your biggest inspiration in tech right now.
Definitely Elon Musk. He's doing a lot of work in, automobiles, housing, all different areas that have huge impacts on everybody's life now and in the future. So definitely a big inspiration.
True that. One thing you wish you'd learned earlier in your career.
Definitely time management would have helped me a lot in the beginning of my career, but we know it now, so it's helpful.
I was thinking the same thing about myself. All right. Thanks, Jennifer. That was fun. Thank you so much for sharing your insights and being such a great sport in the rapid fire round. I'm sure our listeners got a lot of value as well as a little bit of fun as well. And to our audience, thank you for turning into this inaugural episode of Alcor Talks. We will be back soon with more great conversations. Stay tuned for our next episode. And until then, this is Amit signing out. Take care. Bye.
Alcor Talks.